Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host. Hope you're all having a wonderful, splendiferous day. It is currently 4:15 a.m. I've been up since 1 a.m, which is okay. I went to bed at about 9:30, so I got about 3.5 hours sleep. I'll probably go back to bed at some point in time, just the way it is. So I've been doing some more testing because when I woke up I thought, okay, so you're approaching the Azeal's reality modeling tool in the wrong way. This is a beautiful machine. It's amazing. And my brain was so focused on this has got to be a desktop replacement, this has got to be do VR, this has got to do everything, that I didn't realise that the simple fact is that when you're in VR you don't need all the rest of the stuff. So I've just spent the last 3 hours in VR. Beat Saber, VRchat, a few other bits and pieces, just wandering about, doing things. VR, YouTube, just normal stuff. And it did everything perfectly. As long as you turn down the graphics in VRchat to medium. As funny as it sounds, VRchat is one of the most titles that will push any kind of computer because of its VRAM use. And this only has 8 gigs of VRAM. So, apart from the fans kicking up to quite a loud level, this handled every single bit of that fine. And then I realised something as I was doing that it isn't an either or situation or both at the same time situation. It's just a use your bloody brain, Jason. So what do I mean by that? This can be sitting on there on the desk and be used for virtual desktop. And VR. But what I have to make sure is 2 things. First of all, if I'm going to do VR, this does not have a Ethernet port. It doesn't have an Ethernet port. So this is my very old, so old that the actual, it's not a very good quality. It's a very old Anchor USB 3 port expander dock. And it's got a little setup there. So I set this up, plug this in, and this was the only thing, apart from power, this was the only thing connected. That was possible because I've got this connector here, it goes straight into the one on this side, bingo. So I just spent 3 hours in VR and no problems at all using virtual desktop. Now if I wanted to use my cable, which is just here, I've got a cable, a 2 gigabit per second cable, or something like that. 2 or 10, I'm not sure. Anyway, it maxes out the bandwidth the Quest 3 can use over cable. I can set up that, plug that into the spare port down there. So it is a USB. Even though it's a proprietary main connection, it does have a normal USB-C port there. So I can plug it in there and I can put the power in there. And then this can be a wired headset. Not perfect, don't like it. Wired doesn't work as well on these things. I need to route the cable to the back of my head for it to feel more comfortable. Well, that's a test. It works, and it works pretty good. That's via the Oculus Link system and can do all the normal stuff perfectly. So that's 2 ways of doing it. And it worked. So yeah, it can do that. So what about as a desktop replacement? That's the thing. Now in the attic somewhere is another dock. I know I've got another dock, and it's an old style one that connects via, most docks these days connect by USB-C. Now USB-C on this are very much a commodity that, oh my God, don't take away my stuff, I need it. So finding, if I can find my old one of this, not as old as this, and it's a proper dock, it was quite an expensive dock, I believe. I think it was bought last year, and it's, or something like that. And it's got a lot of connectors, and it's got a HDMI 8 so you can do a secondary thing on this. So if I can do that, then there's a good chance I can set this up as the desktop replacement I want to set it up as. And then when I have time to do VR, I just unplug that dock, and this is ready for wireless. The trick is to understand that I'm going to have to disconnect one thingy to do the next, which is okay because I don't do both of them at the same time. So that's the plan I've come up with. I still don't understand some of the issues I'm having with the USB docks, but I will. We are taking an approach of, why the fuck aren't you working at the moment? So yeah, I'm also doing a lot of installing on this. So the Miniform is the one I'm actually doing this recording with at the moment, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to hold this, would I? I wouldn't be able to hold it. So yes. So now the long-term solution, and this is a very long-term solution, is I will wait until the end of this year, save up, and try to get hold of the dock for an acronym. But brand new, it's 2,300. But by the end of the year, some people will have bought one, and then they will put it on eBay for sale at a lower price. I can't just in any way, I couldn't afford, no way, and there's no way to justify the price of it at the moment. But it's just, how can I put it this way? It's a 4090 and a full dock and a 330 watt power supply. 230, 240 pounds, seen as a 4090 to buy is about £2,000. And if you try to buy a laptop with a 4090, you're talking 3,000, 4,000. So it's not unreasonably priced for what it is. It's just so far outside of my price point that there's absolutely no way I can afford it. I've got about, I've got some money spare from what I did with selling one of my Pimaxes. So that, something's coming that I'll do a video about, some of the money I did spend off that. But the rest of it is going to go into a little account, savings account, card. And I'm going to save up, and when I've got the money, I will grab the dock for this, because This is an amazing piece of kit. And if you paired this with the dock that it comes with, you basically have a 4090 laptop beta, which you can disconnect and just use as a tablet. It's amazing. When I was looking into this tablet, it took me ages to justify it, but it was actually quite easy to justify when it came down to it because of the way I use it. This gets used as a tablet. When I come downstairs to sit in the living room with the dogs to watch films, I put this on. I put this on its stand, just outside the thingy, just on the coffee table, and to have it running the outside camera so I can see if I'm expecting post. It gets used retro. This can be plugged into my 20 terabyte retro drive, which is somewhere in this room because I've moved it out slightly out of the way in the moment because of trying to get everything else to work. It can be used with that. If I connect it with this, one of my other high capacity batteries, this can last about 5 or 6 hours of heavy use, more like 12 hours if I put it on eco mode. It has so many options, this does, to use. And it's got a very good cooling system because it's aluminium. It's aluminium, it cools. I love this. It is the nicest tablet and one of the nicest computers I've ever used. So yeah, there's a lot for me to think about and plan with this. If I can find that other hub, this can be used as the replacement for the rest of this week. I don't mind all the stuff I've done with the Minis forum here because that's something that needed to be done as well. But yeah. I'm going to shut down the Minis forum after I've uploaded this video. And then I'm going to move the Minis forum out of the way, move one of the monitors out of the way. I'm going to tweak a few things, bits and pieces, and I'm going to replug in this monitor here into this and see how it goes. It's sad. It's really sad. If the thing is, the CalDigits hub is an amazing hub. It can do 230 watts. It's a 230 watts power supply for this. But its computer out maxes out at 98 watts, which is why this can never really fully run this system, which is a pity. I guess it saves the rest of the power, even though it's a 230 watt thing, you should be able to do it. We'll see how it goes. I am just thinking about things and trying to plan things. and seeing how they go at the moment. I'm rambling an awful lot. When can I put this down? I can't. So I will say goodbye and mess with this stuff before I go back to bed, because I'm still not tired. So bye-bye for now.